So this is the TP35 from EPZ, and I've very recently come across this brand. They have sent me a few things for demo and I've been putting them on for quite some time, but here I am with the second product from them, and this is a little portable dongle DAC, and it's an amazing little piece of equipment. I really like that it's got this sort of metal aluminum finish, and it does have this little window that shows you the inside of everything that's going on. It just looks cool. I mean, with all the portable DAC amps I've been using, I found this to be definitely the coolest, because I know the geek in me really does like to see all the little parts on the inside, of course. And what's cool is it also does come with a detachable cable. So even if this cable were to give up by any chance, although I don't think it will because it's pretty solidly made, you can just get another cable and plug it into the USB-C section. Now, apart from this little window, this does come with two little buttons here for the plus and minus for volume. And it also does have a 3.5 mm output as well as a 4.4 balanced output. So, I mean, if you're new to the whole balancing, it's worthwhile picking this up just to try it out. So, I have been spending time with more of the balance, but I'll get to that when I speak about the sound. Coming to the other things about this, it does support up to 32 bits and 384 kilohertz when it comes to its refresh rate, as well as DSD 256, which is pretty cool. Now, there is a little LED light that shines differently with different colors depending on the kind of refresh rate that's playing through the source file that you feed into this little dongle DAC. And they do mention the kind of stuff, I mean, the colors of the light that will play back. The color will change to let you know exactly what refresh rate is being played, which is cool. And the manual also does let you know how to, sort of control this. So the things you can do, for one, this does have a high and low gain, which is pretty cool. I found the low gain and high gain not to be very different when I'm plugged in via 3.5 mm, but when you are listening to the balanced output, there is more of a significant shift in volume when it comes to the high and low gain switch, of course. The other things you can do with these two buttons is you can switch between 5 different filters. It does have 5 filters in it, which is pretty cool. So you can shift over them. Now, some filters that I've used with some desktop setups usually don't have much of a difference between all the filters, but these do have a significant shift. Like, it is audible. Of course, it depends on what you're listening to. I have paired these mainly with a set of Oriveti OD200s, and with that specific set of IEMs, it's very obvious that there is a shift between each filter. Now, why I don't like that filtering is because, for one, it doesn't really let you know which filter you're on. I wish there was some sort of indication or an LED call out or multiple flashes to let you know with that what it was doing or which filter it was on, but it doesn't have that. So I wouldn't use this for a lot of testing because I have to make sure it's back to the default setting just by ear. Whereas with another kind of dongle DAC, say for example, I normally use an iFi GoLink. With that one, it's just one signal out. So with that, I know for sure that I'm getting a flat output. Now, when it comes to its overall sound or tonality from this specific DAC amp, I'd say it's more on the neutral side. It's not too bright. It's not too warm. It's just about, it seems very flat with whatever I've thrown at it. I've heard the Oriveti OD200 on this. I've heard Meze Albas on this a little bit, and a few more affordable IEMs as well. And there doesn't seem to be too much coloration, or at least it doesn't seem to be added from the DAC. It's mainly from the IEMs, of course. So if you are somebody who wants a flatter response, this is a nice, I'd say, dongle DAC to go for. But one thing I really did like was its overall technicality approach, because there are some dongle DACs, of course, that tend to muddle up technicalities. They're not as precise in their overall delivery. This is specifically very clean. In fact, whatever IEMs I threw at this, it was able to really push out a lot of clean detail. So I don't doubt that these chips that they've used are good. They've got two, I'll throw up the text somewhere here letting you know which chip it is, because off the head I don't remember, but I do know for a fact that these do sound good. And of course that the amping is quite good. And speaking about the amping, I have found there to be a significant volume shift with the balanced output. Now, I'm sure you already know a lot about the technicalities. If you're looking to buy this, on paper, I'm sure that the balanced output is much higher rated when it comes to its volume output. And you can hear the difference between the 3.5 and 4.4, of course. So I have preferred using a 4.4, which I've done with the Oriveti OD200. And the others, I don't really have that option of being able to swap. But I do prefer the balanced output. And in fact, with the balanced, the music just gets, more it gets more lively, it gets more open, it gets more, it gets a little more musical, it's more immersive. So I have grown to start liking the 4.4 balanced way of listening to music. And honestly, I can say I think I'm going to be leaning more towards wanting to listen to the balanced output more than anything else. So would I recommend this? I'd say absolutely yes. It's a good affordable little DAC, and it looks cool with that little window in it, nicely built. Overall, it's got great functionality, of course. It'll do what it needs to do at a very affordable price. So if you are looking for a new DAC and you want good technicalities and you want good volume as well, this handles all of the above practically. So anyway, coming to the price, well, one thing to keep in mind is you can get in two different colors, silver or black. The variant I've shown you is, of course, the black variant. But if you do want to pick this up, I will leave the links down in the description below. But these do have a maximum retail price here in India, at least, of 6,299 rupees, but you can buy it for about 5,490. And I will leave the price up above if you do plan on buying it abroad. And if I do have the links available for this product, I will leave them down in the description as well. So there you have it. That's my quick little experience review for the TP35. I have been enjoying it a lot, and I found myself kind of moving the other DACs that I have a little off to the side. But the only negative I've had really is that, I wish that filtering system either didn't exist, or it let you know when you're exactly on the original flat EQ without any filters, should I say, with some sort of LED or notification, because it does become a hassle, especially if you're somebody who's testing various things. But if you're a consumer who's just going to buy it and you want to play around with the different filters and you want to have a little bit of extra fun with your music, it makes a lot of sense. So anyway, there you have it. That's my quick little review on the TP35, and I do hope that will help you make some sort of purchase decision. And of course, if you would like to support the channel, I'm sure you know exactly how to. But of course, thank you for tuning in for some sound advice.